All right, we are going to get optimized in our blog writing today as equal to the optimization that nutrition does for for athletics. We're here at NutriWorks, so we'll head down to the blog here. And when you first load the page, we're showing the featured posts, and then we can click here and it will filter through them based on the category down here, and then you can look at all of them. And right now we have 6. And I want to click over to that. We've got some standard format with large image and kind of like the overview, and then the blog posts. And what we want to do is we want to essentially kind of duplicate. Let's go take a look at another one here. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, so it's the same, basically the same format, simple and clean, and then people can also navigate in this way. Now, what you probably, I hope you're noticing, we're using all vector graphics because everybody knows when they see a stock photo for the most part. And if we use vectors, images as just a standard, then we can we can make them our own. So we get a little less stocky, and then the consistency of it will build trust with your clients, because that consistency will show that you've put some design into this, and it'll all be clean. And so I think there'll be a lot more trust if we follow these guidelines, that the visuals are always simple, branded, but really sharp. That's our goal with that. So I found this blog in the Google Docs, and then I think, okay, let's do this one. So this looks good. 10 easy ways to increase fiber in your diet. And so now I'm logged into the site here, and I'm going to go to the blog here, and then here's our blog articles. The first thing is we'll edit here, and we'll go down here and we'll duplicate it. It shows it's a copy, and it shows it's in draft mode, so that way we could save it right now and nobody's going to see it. And then, so I'm going to go back, start copying this. So what I'm doing here is I am pasting the text that I've copied, and this is really important, using this text box to paste all that information in, so that cleans it and keeps it from introducing things that we don't want, different characters that can be hidden in there. So do that, and then so I'm going to save and publish this because it'll be easier to edit now that we're kind of I got a post started. Sorry, it's published. I forgot, so I want to change that to a draft and make it save. So now we can edit it a lot easier into the post now that we've started it. Better to use the numbering system that's coming out of the editor than to put the numbers like that. It'll wrap it better in mobile and whatnot. So this is the challenge with when you're pasting it in from that editor is, yeah, there's going to be a lot of gaps and everything. You got to clean it up, but it is really important that you paste it like that and don't carry in the formatting. So I'm going to try and lay out that in 2 columns like that. It would be fine to do one column that would be easy and still look pretty clean, but why not try this? It'll give you an idea of how to lay out pages in a certain way. It doesn't take too long if you want to take it on that extra step. Okay, so what I've done is I've created 2 spacers, I stack them next to each other, and then I create text boxes underneath them. So let me do the other one now. Okay, now that we have those in, I think I'm going to headline these a little bit, subhead them with, I think an H3 probably. That's good. And then I think the last thing I want to do is I want to add another, well, actually, here's what I want to do. So you can delete these spacers now that there's, the text boxes are, you know what I mean? Now that they're stacked. Once they're together, then you can get rid of them. But I think I'm going to take this and drag this next to this. Same with this one. Instead of deleting them, put them next to it. Try and get those equal size. A little bigger. Okay, so yeah, let's go with that. So that's how we get those 2 columns. And then one of the things we can do, I'm gonna save that, is you can go up here and see how it looks on mobile. Yeah, good, good. All right, so the next thing we want to do is we want to change this image. So, okay, so I use a resource called freepik.com. I pay a monthly subscription and then I can get unlimited images. But what you want to search for wherever you go is vectors. Well, actually, to search, I need to search here, vectors, right? And then, so this is what I search for. And I started looking through these, and the key, remember, is that what can we change that we can just add some of our own colors, our purples and our grays. And I like this. This looks simple and cool. It has this kind of technical, nutritional, and I don't know that you really, if we take that away, so I'm gonna go with that. And I've already downloaded it actually, and it's in an EPS format. So we need to convert it over to SVG, or this is the process I like to use. So this is a website called Convertio, and this particular one will convert EPS to SVG. You can do .ai, vector here, right? So you can convert from Illustrator files, all kinds of things. But we just downloaded the EPS, and then I'm going to choose the file. Here's what we download, so we'll upload that EPS. Convert, so I'm going to download it now. And then here's the file I just downloaded. And I'm over here in Figma. So Figma, I've got all kinds of things. We got the logo design, which you have access to. And Figma is a program that's free for 2 users, 2 logins. And so all the assets are here. The third one has all the blog images. And so what I want to do here is I want to grab this thing that we've just converted and drag it into Figma. There it is. What's really cool about Figma is with that, we're not saving any files anywhere. It's all in the cloud, it's all instant. So I'm double clicking until I get down to there, and you can see on the left side it's going down these layers. So this is it. Well, that's that part. So I'm gonna hold shift down. So I'm holding shift down and I'm grabbing that as well. So those are both of those, and I can check, right? That's the 2 things I want right there. Good. So I'm gonna copy that, or I can hold it, click on it, hold Alt down and drag a copy off. Do that, that's easier. And then you can get rid of that later. So these are our 2 things. So I'm gonna hold these together and then group them. Let's name this fiber image. Okay, now these are the other ones that we can click on that are actually called frames. Let me shrink that down. So you can see there's that one, there's that one. And these frames are the ideal size for our blog posts. And so I'm gonna click on that. I'm gonna hold Alt and Shift and make a copy of that. And then I can open this and delete that. You can take this guy here and drag him in right into the frame. You can see it's gonna do some clipping, so let's say, let's center it. Center it up there, good. Now let's go get, I'm gonna go get our colors over here. So color palette, and I'm just gonna make a copy for now. Copy that, go back to blog. Actually, I'm gonna delete this just to keep life clean. That'll be easier to load. When I click on this now, right, I've got these selections, so I could just go, ooh, let's just make that purple. And then let's make the black. So we could do it that way, this way where we're doing that, and maybe that. How does that look? Or let's try, that work? Or gold. That could be interesting. I thought I had a lighter gray in there. I think gray is good. I'm gonna just go with that for now. Okay, so now that this image is set, I'm gonna export this. All right, let's call this fiber-diet. I don't want to forget to mention that before, so the export, you come down here, when you can do the preview to see what it's going to look like. You can set the format, PNG or JPEG. I just left the JPEG. JPEG's better for images. Yeah, let's go PNG. I'm gonna go PNG because that's better for this type of stuff. Sharp colors. So I'm gonna go back, hit the export, do it as a PNG. Then let's go back and change the image. So I'm gonna edit the post here. Yeah, so this particular image format in the design tab here, it's a card. Now we could just do it a straight image with no title if we wanted to, but I like how the description of what we're about to see is to the right of the image, and I just like this layout, so that's how this is working. So I'm gonna go back to this image, delete that. Our fiber diet, PNG, really important that we look at this number right here. 90 KB is a beautiful size. That's like great. Under 100 is awesome. This size is 314, so you can see that it's triple the size when we went with a JPEG. Again, JPEG is typical for images, but we got a really nice, so we want to keep that image as small as absolutely possible, and so that's good. Okay, so as I said, here is our image, and then it's called a card. Typically with these, I'm not putting any title, I'm just doing a short description. And here's just an introduction. So this is a, all right, I'm not a writer at the moment. I'm a video tutorial maker. Okay, so the last thing. So let's save this. Let's go back. Let's go back to post. We're gonna edit it, and let's go to, I'm gonna copy this. And then I'm gonna go to settings. So let's go to options, and let's put our short description in right there. Let's not forget to put our image. We're using the same image for the thumbnail, and then the hero image and the actual document. So, all right, there we go. So go back to the content here, and then so this one's going to put it in as the featured one, and this is going to put it in the category weight management. But we could take this off and leave it in featured, let's say, and if we click there, we can pick whatever category we want. So I'm going to have it in two. We can have just one, or we can put two in, right? And we can see that, or we can create a new category. If we create a new category, that will show up in the filter navigation on the home page as well. So let's do this. Apply. Save. Now it's showing the thumbnails here, but if I reload this page, there we go. We need to publish this. So we're going to publish this. So go to draft, published, save. So we're back in the site. And then when I reload this, I'll show you it this way. I'm holding shift down and hitting reload because you have to clear the cache of the page as a person who's been there before that is going to come up. So you might reload the page and not see it, and it's because you have to clear your cache. And a Chrome trick is hold shift down, hit the reload, and you're good to go with that. All right, so there's our article. So when somebody hits the page, now we've got 4, and we want to go back to 3. We want to have 3. So if I go back here to this one, COVID-19, and hit edit, go over here. Let's take that out of featured, save, reload. There we go. Now we've only got 3, and then in health and wellness, right? It appears there. Quarantine, all. And that's it. That's the easy way and fast way to publish content that I think looks beautiful and clean and hopefully well received by our audience.